is that. And pop out chat. Okay, that is all done. The last, probably last thing I need to still do is turn the in-game music on. Good. So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Endless Legend 2, where we are playing as the Last Lords. We are here in blue, and at the moment we are kind of dominating. Orange is actually fairly close behind. That's because we've been at peace this whole time. I am fairly sure that these three have just been fighting each other pretty much non-stop, which is why they're not very big. Then we have the kin up here in the north. I wonder if they were isolated from the rest and are only now starting to be connected because of the way the tides are falling. Speaking of which, there is one setting I kind of hope they add, if they haven't already, I haven't checked. And that is to allow everyone to start on their own island, so you're not actually next to anyone. And then have the falling tide reveal like the land bridges between the different islands. I think that would be kind of a cool one to do. So that I'm not immediately, for example, hemmed in by the orange. Instead we have our own islands that we would then be settling. I think that would be nice. So, what are we doing at the moment? We are establishing cities. We've got 4 of the 5 cities, this being the latest one that we have gotten. We probably should try to claim this region sometime relatively soon. And then attaching these two together, because that cuts off this whole land bridge, so they cannot get to me from that side. We are very friendly with Orange. We are friendly with Cyan, and we don't particularly care about green, yellow, or brown. And as I usually do, I have ended this at the end of the turn, so let's go ahead and enter. Just noticing that this city actually has walls, this one doesn't. Why? Oh, because these are actually districts. These are just foundations. That's why. Interesting. Alright, so we have a singular army over here, which I think I'm going to use to go and found the city. 21 dust, just naturally from the dust magma. Which is an anomaly, so we can put things around it. I think in that case, what we probably want to do is go here. And settle a settlement there. And then Console's Landing, this was the new city. It has no pending constructions at the moment. We want you to get the blast furnace for free. Or have you got that already? I think you must have it already. In that case, you just need some new production, which is going to be... Click on that. Click on you. Oh, because we haven't integrated them. Right, that would be why. So we probably do want to look at a way of adding them. Oh, we have a slot available, so we in fact can. It's these guys. What do they do? +2 influence income per pacified village under protectorate on city, +5 income of influence on the city. On city? Is that every city or just the cities that they're in? I would imagine it's just the cities that they are actively in. Okay. Well, with that in mind, we have already established the mine. Yes, we have. And there was an anomaly there, so we probably want to establish a research center next door to it, which will provide 5 research. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. That'll take you 2 turns, so I think... I'm wondering if I just want to start adding foundations to these so we can get their production going. We have plenty of prestige. We're just going to grab those just for the extra production. you've already been claimed. Oh, that's an anomaly as well. Ah. Well, this is going to be a very significant research center in that case. Cool. That should keep you going for a bit. And this army is available. We are on our way to the subterranean shrine because I want to take a look inside. So they have got Tyrant of the Fortress, level 3. Hits hard, lots of health. This place has Imperial Pikes and then also has 2 of the Harpers. Oh, so you can seize it and just build a camp there instead. No, we're here to plunder. And we can deploy. So this is the army that will hit pretty hard. They may still try to flank around, unfortunately. Not a huge amount we can do about that. They'll probably try to flank down here. Alright, so their winged harpers are there at the back. I think we probably... do we want to do this? Move you up. Move you up. And then you're in range to start blasting. You do not do a lot of damage. In fact, you do a paltry amount of damage. Broken focus. Why do you have broken focus? I guess because he moved? Oh, I think the main thing here is doing damage. And that's healing people around you. Including yourself this time, which is nice. Then you three can just tank up. Into the forests, potentially. You're getting a bit surrounded. There we go, now we're doing a bit more damage. I think we probably want to be shooting you. Right, whenever you shoot, you heal people beside you. So actually having these two next to each other means they're constantly healing each other. Yeah, that works for me. You can just straight up kill that guy. Please do. Now, you can move 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit. Because zone of control ain't a thing. And it's very annoying. But I think I want to just take units off the table here, so let's go for you. Fortunately, you may well die. Oh, you did actually get attacked. Okay, that's good. Didn't quite kill. That's the tyrant. I think we need to try to kill you off if we can. If there's a way of locking you in place, I would do that. But unfortunately I don't think there is. And with these two archers and them shooting, and you don't get any like defensive penalties for being in the back row, like in Age of Wonders. If you're behind friendly units, then they have a cover bonus. Not in this. There's definitely a lot of the tactical combat things which I really think they need to tweak. The fact that archers can just shoot at archers and like no penalties, even though there's friendly troops in between. The fact that zone of control is basically a thing you can just ignore. Yeah. Unit variety. Do I have that World Wonder? World Wonder or the Natural Wonder? Either way, I want you smacking that guy. Why can you only move one? Because you are in fact slowed. You may as well start moving forwards and forcing them back. You move back, then he just hits you. Because apparently in this instance there is zone control. But moving here there isn't. Like, what? But that doesn't help me. I think you're just going to stand here and tank it. Why did you just take... Oh, you were bleeding. Well, you're just going to kill that. Yeah, archer units are basically just pointless in this. They're terrible. Considering how expensive that guy is compared to just these frontline units. Not worth it. I'm also really disappointed by the amount of damage that this guy is doing. Though I guess the necrotic rituals do make up for it in part. There we go, kill their general. Ow! Bastard got a crit. If you come around the side here, stomp on him, and you should be able to finish that guy off, which heals you up with the Gifts of Fallen. Then they would have healed. That was a bit silly. But anyway, we lost the archer, which honestly is no great loss, and then these guys just keep on leveling up. Cool, so we got a bunch of money. We got the Old One's Orb, which is a mage weapon, so maybe an upgrade. The Calificent Stone, which gives us might. We have the War Pick. And we have the Blood of the Old Ones. That gives defense. That is interesting, because we have a hero who is incredibly defensive. I wonder if you can use it. Where is that? Ah, this does also give defense. 2, 55, 10. 2, 1, 47, 10, so it does less damage. No, considering the problems we were having just damaging other tanky units with the tank, I would rather you kept the damage buff. And back here, so you may as well just go ahead and do that. So yeah, you were asking about the natural wonder. Yes, we have this one in our borders claimed. And we have this one in our borders claimed. Third one. No, those are the only ones. Oh, didn't even notice that was a a curiosity. Meanwhile, boss man leveled up. So, what do I want Weybridge to do? More damage for non-heroes. Siege damage. Pillaging. When in recovering health in battle, applies Inspired. So you could actually apply Inspired a lot. Which gives 15% extra damage to everyone around you. I mean, that could pay off. Because you're basically always adjacent to friendlies because of the way that leeching works. So I think I'm going to take on Dying Well. And then we can move with you, and I'm wondering if we should just go straight on to another subterranean shrine. Probably not. What we should most likely do is have you train... Honestly, these stalwarts are just so good that I think I might just double down on stalwarts. Because now that we've seen how easily enemies can pick off the palanquins... Let's put you top prior. In the meantime... Well, actually... Big silly about this. Capsule rail. Come over here, because there's no limit to what units you can build and where. You go ahead and build that, and we'll just buy him. There we go, we got him straight away. And we can straight away upgrade him. I do think that your specialization should be linked to your level, rather than just being able to do it. You could be an Eldritch Knight, which adds crit chance. No, you're... When attacking unit adjacent to two friendly units, you gain 15% more damage. Or when defending, gain defense. I mean... No, keeping you alive is more important. With supreme fealty before the next two. And you can, in fact, move this turn. Move back to join them. This unit may attack me. In which case, bring it. And I've realised that I'm building a palanquin of the profane. I'm wondering if I should even bother. Because the AI ruthlessly goes to kill them. I just don't think I'm going to bother with these. See, this is a problem. When your first unit you recruit is better than anything you get after that. That's an issue. Lord Piety researched, you can never know the future, you can only prepare for it and pray. So now we can get the Venerable Palanquin. And a leeching palanquin. Wait, is that an AoE? Yes. Steady blow. Adds crit chance. To a crit chance of 0. Dreadlord, you at least have 20 armor and 230 health. And you have Leeching Strike. You don't. So upgrading to the Dreadlord is actually an upgrade at the Stalwart. But they cost 20 of this each. Yeah, which I don't have. Okay, new technology. We need another 5 of these before we can go to Years of Revelation. We already have a Protectorate slot, so I don't need that. Oh, this unlocks the unit specialization for minor factions. Although I've not been using their units. Research grants. Improvement Research Station, Wildlife Lookout. That sounds like science. Plus 8 science if adjacent to an anomaly and laboratories. That's insane! Because basically all of my labs are. And you also just get free science in the city halls. What's ministry? This is just a new... Oh, this is just a new district. Produces science, dust, and influence. Huh. Okay, let's do that. You wanted to know what wonders I can build, so... I haven't seen any wonders. What we do have is these improvements, which tend to be more expensive, but they don't require placing on the map. They can just be built. And they are the things that add things like plus 8 science and every lab that's adjacent to an anomaly. So my takeaway from this so far is that the improvements are really, really strong. And possibly more worth building than districts. You've arrived. We're just going to leave you here, though. Being attacked. So you guys being attacked by those guys, as I thought you would be. But our army is significantly stronger than theirs. So, good luck. Front. You should not be at the front. What do they have? All of them are archers. Okay. I did not mean to instant resolution that. But it's fine, because we stomped him. You... And you've leveled up. Who's this? Oh, this is the sister. Cool. So you have now unlocked the second ring of abilities. Force Blast, when using the active skill, knocks 2 tiles back the targeted units. Knocks the targeted units back 2 tiles. I don't like knockback. Knocks them out of range of my melee units. When gathering a curiosity, you get extra dust. You don't have any intuitions, that's not really worthwhile. Learning from mistakes adds crit chance to non-hero units in the army. The only one who really relies on crit chance is my general. However, if we started getting Eldritch Knights, then that would be good. When winning a battle, earns science. When outside of a battle, adds health regen. Adds 4 damage to non-hero minor faction units. Adds movement. Adds damage. Well, I think I'd like you to do more damage, because your damage so far sucks. unfortunately. You got beaten up a fair bit. Right, because you're a ranged unit, so they're going to be targeting you constantly. Okay. That doesn't look good.
Lords, these basalt valleys might be lacking in life, but the mineral riches more than compensate.
Fork in the road. As anticipated, our councillor was able to get tongues wagging via some financial incentives. And who is this explorer? I'll let them introduce themselves. My name is Akame Diaz. I'm an anthropologist of sorts, and you are by far the most interesting creatures I've encountered in all of my travels. And we got the chef's kiss, which apparently makes having Lord's Estates more expensive. While Teobarna still harbours reservations about a steward's ultimate ambitions, she cannot deny his relationship with the outsider Archimedes is proving most enlightening for the Lords. Spurred on by Sida's falling seas, revealing lands not seen for thousands of years, there is genuine hope that the pair might discover the key to the Lord's terrible curse. You requested my presence, Leofric. I did, Consul. Archimedes and I are making terrible progress. Tremendous. The Lord's physiology is most remarkable. Your use of dust, exquisite. Huzzah. Can you help us find a cure? We believe we can, with the necessary research. You see, long ago the world was settled by a very hungry, very ambitious race who came from the stars. Their whole civilization was fueled by dust. They craved it, hunted it, desired it like nothing else. And this world was where they examined its very essence. We believe the answers we seek lie out there, inside its depths. Your collaboration is most heartwarming, and now you want to mount a dangerous expedition, is that it? The prize of knowledge is worth the risk. An honourable endeavour, I am sure. What exactly are we talking about? A full post-mortem on a Doomwraith specimen. Witnesses who survived the encounters report a creature with incredible physiological structure, radiant with dust. They might hold answers for us, Consul. Then we must pursue this course. Destroy the Doom. I've done one of that before. +3 intuition. I don't have anyone that uses intuition. But I'll take it. Taz! Coming in with a 65-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Taz. Much appreciated. Also, Carnita. I'm sorry that I almost missed that. 49-month resub for you, Carnita. Thank you also. Sadly, the weekend is almost over, but hearing Nordmead is always a spike of brightness on my Sunday. Have a great day, all. Thank you. And hey, Faces, how are you doing? In the last game, you unlocked them in the tech tree. Are there none there? Oh, no. What I thought were wonders were actually the improvements. I was wrong. I didn't understand what improvements were. Now I do. They're just things you build in the city without placing them on a tile. And they tend to be very powerful, which is why I thought they were wonders. Good news on the economic front, Councillor. Of a kind. And book. Oh, this is a new person. Need a voice, need a voice, need a voice. Of a kind! Our mining hub, Dawnbreak, is surplus of pressure. This makes no sense. I suggest we let a skilled local artist use them to produce a beautiful collection that honours the last lords. What kind of pieces are we talking about? Less traditional artworks, abstract forms with sharp lines and sculpted points that speak to the last lord's collective subconscious. Art to enrich the soul. Intriguing. So 10 turns of extra damage. 400 dust to 400 influence. I don't really need either of these. But, so the art. Modern art. Rubbish. Forget modern stuff that's going to confuse anyone who sees it. It's just garbage. Get this artist to produce something for the masses, and then we can sell it. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed. I mean, that's what modern art is anyway. It's just garbage for the masses. I have a real problem with modern art. I think it's a bunch of rubbish. Alright, let's bring you back here, and I will drop the money to heal you, because it's really cheap. And then we'll send you back out into the wilderness to the fortress. There we go, that was a good way of doing things. You are... well, you have, in fact, established the camp, which we are going to attach to consoles landing. There we go. So this is now fully cut off. Nothing can get past us. Let's make sure that we are building the extraction buildings that we need. Problem. There we go. And this is now an anomaly which wants to be built around. So let's slab there and build a foundation there so we get the 21 dust from it. And we have so much influence that I really might as well just grab those. And then science lab, science lab. This city is going to produce so much science, it's going to be unreal. Speaking of which, perfect. No, it's not. These two need to switch. Thank you. Because they produce industry when they are doing scribe stuff, as well as the science. You guys don't like being citizens. You have double penalties as citizens, but this place is pretty happy, so I think we're good. Mostly because we have foundation to this. Yes, we have. I think this is the first city that's actually kind of merged together into one actual mass city blob thing. You are chilling here. You need to get back to exploring. The only area that we haven't really explored is up here. You're on your way to this. You've already moved. Okay, onwards. Be a bit careful with these hostiles. Maybe I should go and pillage them with our boss man. You want immigration policy? I don't.
Think on this.
Go away. Oh, you've arrived already. Next turn, we'll go on a mass purchase. So you're back up to full strength. Then let's bring you over here. Still outside of their control. Right, so Dawnbreak now needs to build some other things. Plus 34 science for this. Yeah, do that. 28 dust for the ultra channeling. Don't feel like I need the dust quite as much. Build a merchant guild there. These were going to be lodgings. just want to do that, so I'm going to stick a foundation there. And order another lodging for that tile. These should also be lodgings. So this is going to be like the massive population and money production center. You see how much money these merchant guilds are making. And they're not even surrounded by lodgings yet. They're still under construction. No, let's go ahead and just build that. Have the money for it, and then these can be built naturally. That works for me. How much research do I produce every time? It's not a small amount. Don't know. Need one more lab to finish that mission, then destroy the Doom Wraith. Right, where is the Doom Wraith? Down there. Well, we do have this army. We can go down that way. Let's do that before someone claims this territory. The Unmourned Dead. What? What? Yes? What? Dust? Oh, wrong character. What? Yes, dust. The simplicity of your needs makes me jealous. Regardless, yes, we now understand this phenomena. It was an ancient processing facility used to harvest dust from the seas and the air. We can, if we are careful, filter a bit for ourselves. Yes, dust. Thank you, bye-bye. Wait! You won't bury your dead or mourn them? What? You crazy? We have dust. We don't need it, that's all. Not very big on ancestor worship, are you? You get a bunch of money. Oh, that was the quest to befriend the guys who kept on. No, it wasn't. That's a different quest. Was that the Goroks? No, the Goroks are the ape-like creatures, was it? Whose quest was that? Was that just a random quest? It might have been. In which case, what I think I actually want you to do is go over here and see what their quest is. To get them to stop attacking me. Speak! Oh. Speak, last lords. If you come here to talk, maybe you will distract me from my worries. It is grim and the skies are dark, but perhaps you have better eyes. In fact, since you have travelled far and wide, maybe you have seen my heir. We intended to propose an agreement of friendship. Friends, listen. Would you tell us of your troubles? It is foolish, but my offspring and heir has gone missing, which pains me. There was a fight at last moon's feast, not unusual for Ocklings, yet the stubborn pup left for the next day. If you want to be friends, last lords, do this. Help find my heir. They always talked of visiting your lands, so rich and grand. Where there are vast stores of dust, that's where my heir may be. You know them best. We have enough dust to dazzle any Ocklings. Get them to your settlement with its stashes of dust. Then I'll bring them home. Actually, this was the creature that was speaking very, very funny and very, very fast, like Skaven. I did the wrong voice. I made that voice up. It was fun. You want me to build merchant houses? I just built a bunch of merchant houses. Damn it! Well, actually... That's another anomaly. build that. Purchase that. Buy that. Okay, 12 turns. We'll be done with that. This place is going to be producing so much money. Population. What do you do again? +1 dust on last lord population, +1 influence on last lord population. Is that anywhere? It's only where you are locally. That has slowed down your production, unfortunately. This is why I really wish I could bring in the Last Lords. No, not the Last Lords. We are the Last Lords. The Black Hammers. There needs to be a way of moving population around. But alas, there isn't. Oh, we have a pacified village here? Yes. Interesting. Well, Dawnbreak is going to be very busy for a long time. You know what? It does make a lot more sense to pile the population into production. Just get this done faster. Population is now 30. Now we're starting to use a lot more of the gold. Okay, you guys are ready to go on in here, so please do. Tyrants of the Fortress, 3 snakes, and 2 archers, plundering. Then I will. Let's take a max range shot. We'll move you in next turn. That is the Tyrant, which we are going to just slap. 193 damage. That is indeed a slapping. Okay, now you can have a now you can have a turn. We almost one-shot the general. Now, unfortunately for you, my entire army is in trees, so your archers are going to be even worse than they usually are. Six damage. Oh no. Anyway. Slap. Take the high ground. That adds defense. safe if you're here. And your archers are not currently in woods and are unprotected by any frontline troops. Oh, there was a gap there. Oops. So they don't seem to beeline ranged heroes as much as they do just ranged units. Which is good. So standing here, you should be healing anyone adjacent to you that you're shooting at. Which is right. That shows you even further. Oh, is broken focus just if you get attacked? Causes broken focus. I don't know. Get over here. Deal with them. Easy! Like, yeah, I basically took no damage at all from that. Which just shows you the difference it makes not bothering with ranged units. Script shots, increase your range. Ignores defense of targeted units. Oh, but it's an active skill. Dust infused leech. Unnatural fitness. When equipped, adds extra health per might, determination, resilience, and intuition. Plus, it gives you +1 in every stat. Interesting. Runic Warblade. Shield Mastery 2, Shield up 3. When gaining shield, gain more shield. Interesting. That synergizes with you incredibly well. Where is it? What weapon was that? Oh, it was this one. Yeah, Runic Warblade. Oh, it was only rare. It, again, does less damage than Doomwrath's Edge. But that Shield Mastery and Shield Up, oh, they are so good. Do it. You're a tank after all. You're gonna be unkillable. Because you gain shield, like, whenever you attack someone. And now you're doubling it. So you just continue moving southwards. That's all of them moved. And then you've done your move because you were talking to them. Research grants research. It's one of the few cases in which the wealthy actually add value. Anonymous Professor. So now we can get the research station, which basically every one of my cities is going to want to have. Especially this one. Plus 32 science. Another 32. Another 32. That one's only 8. So we can hold off on Eastwatch. But everywhere else, worth it. Right, so you've done that move, so now we want to move up this way where hopefully you don't get attacked. You're probably going to get attacked though. You've cleared out that fortress. I think next up we go to this one. We're just clearing out fortresses with this army. Meanwhile, science. We need another 4 before we level up. Military efficiency. 25% industry cost of military districts. Upkeep cost on units goes down. We gain more experience. Plus 0.25 approval per industry. Oh, it's a converter. Halls of power. It's an improvement. So the more forums you have, the better. Treaties I don't really care about. Dustnomics. More dust on merchant house districts. 2 dust per pop. 2 dust. Oh, sorry, 2 pop on population vocations. Buyout cost reductions. I want that one. I do a lot of buyouts, seeing as my income is so high now. And in fact, my district, my influence is so high, I should probably go and buy some more districts too. Some more foundations, rather. Let's just go anywhere where there's decent output. This 10 production I was missing out on there. 13 dust. So yeah, there were places I was missing out on. What about you? Anything good? Production, production, production. Science and production. Dust and science. Deed achieved. Before any other empire, you reach the objective of a deed. Be the first to have a city with 20 foundations plus 3 population slot and population vocations. Is that everywhere? Yep. That's so broken. Snowball is real. Even with minus 36 approval. Still on 100% jubilant. Well, there are still a lot of dust locations to be bought. I don't really see the reason why we don't, because these costs are not going up. So don't buy any tiles that don't produce anything, but everything else might as well. Oh no, the costs are going up. I think that's 400 now for some reason. I don't know what's making the cost go up, because it doesn't seem to be per tile bought. New map? Nope, same one. We're just further running away with the game. Yeah, I see impress I wasn't going to succeed in. So I need 6 endgame sciences. My science output is insane, so we can probably do that. Nobody's actually completed any of these. Oh, so I do need to build the monuments. I forgot that. Interesting. Controlled territories, 10 out of 25. Cleared fortresses, 3 out of 20. Are there even 20 fortresses on the map? This one would have been the easiest. Oh, you can actually change. Huh, okay. I'm sure that there is a cost to that, however. Eastwatch is not actually building anything. You should be. 50 dusts just straight up for free. Do with some more happiness. $1,000? Build that now. Plus 1,000 science? Something's wrong with that maths. Okay. Do I want... Yeah, because AI will do it too. Fine. That's a bug. Aha! These are the tanky guys again, with occultists to heal them. Let's do this! So they're deploying over there. This is a little more broken up. Interesting. Guess I go first. Zero to 0 damage. 51 armor. What the actual hell? That was probably a mistake. 188 damage done to a guy with 50 armor. Beautiful. Well, he's almost dead already. So, good luck! Minus 100. Why did you just take 100 damage? I don't know. Hundred chance of critting. This will. Blast. We smack them. We kill them off. Right, whenever he heals, he gets expired. No damage taken. Pantiel's Plate, 18 defense and 70 health. Lost defense expert too. Gain extra defense when defending. It is just rare, though, not legendary. Sister Fenn's Haven is now available. Oh, yeah, I forgot about those. You've leveled up. So one more point and then you're into the outer level upgrades. Don't really feel like you need charge. These active skills have generally been underwhelming because they do less damage than your base attack. The only one that's been decent is the AoE. Can you sell or trade items? Not that I've seen, no. A bit of extra health. This will be 22. Gain more damage just from having might, though. No, let's give you the extra health. 295. You have mostly got determination. So Force Blast is an AoE, but it knocks back. I don't really like knockback very much. Could actually have done shared ward on the other ranged unit to probably save them. You may as well get Nature of the Beast just to get yourself some more hit points too. Dustnomics researched, so we can now get the dust blasting, which is another thing we're going to want to build everywhere. Oh, they're actually quite expensive. Nuclear blast steel. Well, I can get it in two places at least. I have two pretty big cities, which is where I want them. Because it'll make everything else cheaper, Stonehold being the other. Oh, is that a once per empire thing? Oh, it is. So this technically is a wonder, I guess. Even if it's not called that. So does this apply only to this city? Or to the entire empire? Like the buyout costs might be everywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy out that merchant house as quickly as I can to finish the quest. So I just need to remember to do that. Merchant house to do. Yeah, I totally did. That may not be calculating correctly. Caravasanare. Plus 10 dust per adjacent territory with an active trading post. And science too. That's quite nice. Extra dust on foundations. My foundations produce a lot of dust, so... That's also good! Ah, here we go. There's my science. So yeah, building that one building is going to... triple my science output. Which seems really broken. Someone's attacking me! Wow, daughters of Boar, you're a bunch of dum-dums. Elite huntresses. You can do your power slash. Which murders a bunch of them. Which is not. Now, because you didn't technically... Oh, no. You technically healed, so you gave inspiration to all of your allies. Beautiful. Carry on. And unless they go around the back, they can't get to my archer. Right, my mage, rather. They're trying. See, this is why I needed to get the extra hit points for my main champion. 93 health regained. Huh? Recovers 25% health when you kill a unit. Plus you have the Gift of the Fallen. Yeah, I guess. I guess that works. Ow. Shoot that. Is that armor? Oh, you have 2 armor. Yeah, good luck. Considering these are elites, they're a bit shit. You took the bait. You ran into the ditch. Boss man still hasn't moved. I healed all of the damage I had previously taken. Thank you! Attacked by you. What's this army trying to achieve again? Oh! It's not that many. It's over there. You guys are actually 2 turns away now. And we can see the Doom Wraith. 500 hit points. I think that's not as strong. When eliminating a unit, recover 30 health, recover 10 extra health per veterancy level. You have no veterancies. So that should be doable. I think you are weaker than the other Doom Wraith I killed. Oh, Black Hammers. Well, I definitely want to have a word with them. I see another tribe has already succumbed to your empty promises. What do you want, last lords? Will you tell me nice lies about your plans for the Sideha? Be warned, we know all about you. An unfriendly welcome, Black Hammers. It sounds like someone's been maligning us. And I'm glad they did. My closest advisor has many interesting stories of Consul Maite Teabana. Shocking! You won't fool me with a friendly face. I do not trust you. This advisor is misleading you, Roig Vuslem. They look good by making someone else a villain. We have come here in friendship. Let us prove our goodwill. Friendship? Goodwill? You wish to keep all of Sideha divided against each other. That weakens and isolates the Black Hammers. My advisor is right. We have no friends. Our rule brings many on Sideha together. Has your advisor not told you of Dawnbreak? It is a prosperous, happy place. Fairy tales. If this were true, then you would not be our enemy. I physically cannot do this because I don't produce food. So it is death then. Although it says 100 out of 65. So I just need to wait 5 turns and I complete that quest. Cool. I can do that. I can just wait. Are there any other forts? Yes, there is. Or if I were to use proper grammar, I would say yes, there are. Don't wish to fight. You basically need to return to friendly territory. Although I still haven't seen anything of their lands, actually, that's the point. This is all pacified, except for you. Oh, and all of this. Only heal in friendly territory. Chased me down. No, these are somebody else. This is Sheridan. We're not at war. Oh no, Sheriff Penko is somebody else. Who the hell attacked me there? Kin of Sheridan is these people. But then it would say Sheriff Penko, not Kin of Sheldon. I don't know who that was. But my scout has lasted like 100 turns. 109 turns. So you know what? Not even bitter. Take the high ground. I'm fairly sure I cannot attack him from there. These are all low-level units, not high veterancy because this is a new army. So I could give you a bunch of shields. Shields up. Attack after that. It would be nice if that ability didn't use your full turn. Sirok Zabor's Haven is now available. He got his Haven late. I guess he only just hit level 5. Okay, so more damage. I think you want that. Confirm. Yeah, that's definitely the one you wanted. Especially with the might upgrades. So nobody died, which is the important thing. And we did complete that quest. The Doom Wraith is defeated! And on our way to the lab, the necropsy will begin shortly. Vein of the Noble. Their fruitful lives, burning in the midnight oil at the bowels of their lab in Dawnbreak. Leofric and Archimedes barely sleep as they delve into the mysteries of dust and the Lord's constitution. Late one night, the consul pays the pair a visit, desperate for news of the progress in the Lord's affliction. Are we any closer? I don't want us to be monsters any longer, Leofric. Some Sidon stare at me with such utter hatred. We do our best, but right now, we are what we are. Still preying on the powerless, then? The hate runs so deep in some that it warps their minds. They accuse me of false acts from our earliest days in this world. Forget their lies. Our nature is cruel, but we cannot be blamed. There is some good news. Yes? Duke Palazzo, the Lord whose soul vessel was damaged in the Lord's archive, preventing his decanting into a suit, can now be resurrected. Provided we secure the requisite materials. I see. I suppose that boorish lord might take my mind off brooding. I will see to it that you have the necessary resources. Have at least 20 glass steel for 5 turns. And then we gain Duke Palazzo, who is a flying hero. Cool. I think because you were in neutral territory, they could attack and not penalise or have to be at war. Maybe I should go and slap them around a bit. They are currently 4th. That would be a really bad fight for them to pick. Ooh, they're trying to sneak above me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Don't think there's any raw materials there. Special materials, whatever they're called. Commerce research. It's as natural as the weather. They have what you want. You have what they need. No, I don't want an immigration policy.
Think on this.
Your offering is going up and up and up. Yes, I know what diplomacy is. Thank you, game. Right, well you guys might as well return to friendlier climes. Let me heal those guys up. Two more techs remaining. Lumberyard, I'm assuming, is, yeah, industry and foundations. Which we do have quite a few of. Spire of industry, plus 25 industry per population on artisan. You know what, that's even better. It's like another blast furnace. So these guys are like the Broken Lords for this world. They literally are. They're just called the Last Lords instead of the Broken Lords. Although this whole, like, cruelty thing I'm not seeing. I think it's because they have this ability to convert other population into their own. Which actually I might use in one small instance. With the Foundlings. Because they don't like being with other population types. Sacrificing 2 of them would give a Last Lord. The other guys actually give industry, so they are useful. Yeah, the Last Lord population, well, I guess they give a whole bucket load of influence. Six blackhammers. Could get a lot of black hammers if I needed them. The black hammers are awesome. There's no downside to them. Which is part of the reason I really wish I could move them around between cities. Out of 30, so I'm very close to getting the Dust Lord bonus. Cost of these is scaled depending on the total population. There we go, there's our 30. Get some more black hammers on your side. So we can use some of these luxuries. If we use this, it requires 40. Man, that's expensive. We gain 20 dust per city. Or only in one city. Okay, per city. Might as well. For 10 turns. The Viper! You made good on your word. Dawnbreak is no fairy tale. Some of my people even wish to move there. You, not my advisor, is the one I trust. Excellent! So those black hammers are now also chill towards us. That's nice. However, we are being attacked by black hammers. What? Traitors! Treason! It's the first time we're fighting in a river. -5 defense. So I'm not going to stand in the river. There's going to be a problem if you don't try to cross, because I have an archer. Don't. That's a nice cleave opportunity right there. Which is why I positioned myself in this place. Boop. And he's about to inspire everyone around him as soon as one of those guys dies. Go. You get the inspiration. You get the inspiration. You all get inspirations. No, you still went for the goddamn archer. Of course you did. Mage, whatever. the inspirations. It will take a little damage as you move away, which you will then recover as soon as you hit it. Boom! No damage taken, once again. And the veterancy of these units is getting quite scary. These are maxed out, actually. Which is level 5? Don't know. And these black hammers are the hostile ones. I am still trying to get to here, though. Have I used my race power? I think it turns part of the land to glass. I haven't seen that. Arboreal insight research. Chuck down some seeds, they said. You'll have a forest in no time, they said. Plant trees, creating a forest tile that yields industry. That's actually quite good. Industry on foundation. So how do I do the trees? Because there are some tiles that I have, like these ones, that just don't do anything for me. They're food producers, but I don't use food. These three. Oh, there's the caravan place. That just restores Baron. If I had that one, just as an example. I don't know how you replant things. Oh my gosh, you can buy different populations? I wonder how that works for non-dust-based civilizations. I'm going to assume any city where you have a minor nation present, it'll like change what population you get. You get a black hammer. And now I'm also getting the 10% dust on city with the last full population. So this is just skyrocketing even further. Got slam now. these are councillors. They can have companions. Or rather, they can be companions, I guess. Cities of the kin. Slim is apparently female. Oh, these are those, okay. I mean, the plus 50 health on heroes is quite nice. But for that I need to build a haven, which means I need to go back to friendly territory with those heroes. Right now, they're quite far away. Ooh, we have a road! The first one. So these two cities must have trade places. These two don't. Right, because they have no raw materials which were worth building trade buildings around. You do, though. That's a foundation. You should absolutely be building a trade. Post. You could probably even put a trade post over here. Let's put it there. A bit quicker, then we can have roads connecting to Deeg. No, Deeg's down there. Whatever that place is called. Stonehold has nothing to build. That's a first. Something's really wrong with these foundation calculations. 19,500 dust? Oh, Citizen Centre is another attachable territory. That's actually quite good. In fact, you already have 3. So this would be a 4th. Everything needs to have a lumberyard, though. In fact, I'll even pay for the lumberyards. We need to start thinking seriously about where I want this city to grow. Probably Rana. Although Rathlim has the Hyperion, which is this stuff. I think I need to get a scout up here. A fruitful alliance. Reach level 15 with a hero. I guess Palazzo starts at level 15. Consul Taipan, you wake your most accomplished lord last. Were you afraid I'd make... Hang on, this is the boorish guy. It's a boar. I mean, honestly, Taibana kind of sounds like a boar. Now you know who sounds like a boar? Boris Johnson. How does he talk? Consul Taiban, you wake your most accomplished lord last. No, this is more like Kirk. I mean, Kirk works. Consul Taiban, You wake your most accomplished lord last. Were you afraid I'd make the others crap their breeches in? Shame. Did you want to give them a head start on bashing heads? Duke Palazzo, so wonderful to have you back. Luckily, the lords tell me the seas of this strange world are still falling, and new lands reveal themselves with every tidefall. Still, plenty of fight to fight. Indeed, we'll not have need of you if the lords are to achieve all their aims. We'll have much need. Apologies, much, not. If the lords are to achieve all of their aims on Sidehar, fret not, Palazzo. Despite research flourishing under the aspect's guiding hand, the burden of the Lord's curse lies heavy on Tybana. They left Origia to start afresh, to leave behind the senseless feeding, but it seems they cannot escape their nature. How goes the research, Echimedius? Are we any closer? Truth is, I don't know that we are any closer. We learn things, but whether they will help with your curse, and of course the cure might come at a price. We are knights! We just wish to be rid of the self-loathing, the stain on our honour. We can stomach a heavy price. We will see when the price is to be paid. I know that feeling of self-loathing well, though. It led to my banishment. How so? I speculated that my kind, the machine half at least, were once the instruments of the great civilization that ruined this world. Servants of an evil empire. That didn't go down well. Nobody likes to be on the wrong side of history, which is why I write it. Without tangible evidence, I was ridiculed at first and then ostracized. When I wouldn't relent, they drove me into the wilds. Not hearing the chorus is the hardest part. And do you still carry that shame? The shame burns less bright. Now, I just want to know. And the falling seas offer an opportunity? They do. Many secrets are held in the old places. More than just truths, too. Things the lords might value. Very well. We'll help you search for the truth. You have my gratitude. There is a site, I believe, where our old masters constructed the machines we once were. Nobody could be in any doubt as to origins, should it exist. Then we will send a party there. See what we find. It's not so simple. Even though it's lain beneath the waves for millennia, it's likely still guarded by centuries. And even then, entry can only be gained by rare minds. An observer. Cavalry. Actually looks pretty decent. 160 health, 15 armor, 50 to 65 damage. Targeting. Marks target. Applies marked, even. Maximizes the chance to make a crit. Cool. Oh, hello. Oh, bloody hell. Just starts at level 20. Just balance. Gone. I should probably give you better equipment. You use two-handed weapons. And I'm going to assume you might. You have 19 points to apply in the skill tree. Oh, alright. Physical training. Adds damage. I want that one. Charge. I mean, if you're a flying creature, then maybe. Depending on determination and might. We'll come back to you. Death blow ignores defense. Oh, if they're already damaged, which they may not necessarily be. Coup de grace applies terrorized. And gathering curiosity heals. No. No. Yes. Extra damage from pole driver. Inspired, we've seen is quite powerful. Essence siphoning is super powerful. Then I need to get one more upgrade. I'll go for charge. It's a teleport. Relentless dash. 7 extra damage per determination. Oh, this is an upgrade of charge. Let's see. Deathlier blow does even more damage, but only if you have that. When eliminating a unit, add 3 max health per unit eliminated. Max health? Okay. That's 7 points spent so far. So the ones that I want most is resilience, might. Yeah, might and resilience. There we go. You should hit like an absolute truck now with that much might. Yep. And then equipment-wise, you're going to want one of the rare ones. This is the one that gives War Master, which is the ignore defense. $70-18 expert defense. That means you actually need to use the defensive ability though. Let's go to you and see if you want that instead. Yeah, because that just gives you even more defense. So your defense is now 33. Then you can use this one. When eliminating a unit, gain 50 shield. Actually, the one who would benefit most from that would be you. Because remember, he gets double shields. That's 100 shields. It's 100 extra hit points, basically, on the 300 you've already got. In which case, hang on. This also has cruel defense. It's that 18 defense on hero that's so powerful. You have 470 hit points. Okay, you're the one who needs that defense the most. And then resilience and might just doubles down on the stats you use. So we'll go those. Intuition you don't use. No. Maybe that one. Especially as that also gives unnatural fitness, which is extra health. Yeah, you use that might. You have resilience and might. When eliminating a unit, a horror joins the battle until its conclusion. That has not been happening. Oh, but that's because he doesn't often actually kill. Adds 20% max health. I mean, honestly, you should have that. More resilience and might doubles down on what you do. And the horror could be good as well. When you have at least 6 might, which you do, add 6 more points. I'm wondering if you want this. 590 hit points now. Deals 3 extra damage per hero level. You're a level 19, so that's a lot of extra damage. Okay, Palazzo's kind of ridiculous. Oh, there's Reforest, so it requires an army. That's not terrible, actually. Well, first thing we're going to want to do is build an army, which I think we could probably do in... And seeing as you're flyers, let's just make an army of flyers for you. Ah, except the flyers don't have leech. But their upgrades can. It's still going to take a long time to build this army. So maybe what we need to do in the short term is have you join... Oh, you just can't get to him. Next one. And that's actually going to give me the one soldier to go around going, you get a tree, you get a tree, you get a tree. What do we got here? Tyrant of the Fortress. We are finally fighting some of these people. Defense expert, impenetrable momentum and cutting strike. Mighty Juggernauts. And Scholastics. Let's do this! 1,000 against my 1,700. Good luck! That's a lot of sheer cliffs. Including where you are, you can't physically get down. Nor can they physically get to you, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. You can't get down either. So it's going to be him on his own. Oh no, they can go around this way. And that way also. To find out. 3 things can attack you at once. They will. Plus the archers, but my archers should be able to kill their archers. He does have a lot of hit points, he does have a lot of health. He does have a lot of hit points, he does have a lot of armor, is what I was trying to say. Let's go for... Well, first of all, you need to power slash. There. shields. Until we can physically get past them, we can't really do much. I might need to restart this battle. These cliffs have completely screwed us. Although it's in a fortress, so I don't think I would have had a good choice. That helps. Alright, we're through. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, getting that huge health buff definitely helped quite significantly. The killing blow. Make sure we keep our health high. If we weren't this high level, I don't think we would have won this so easily. Heal yourself, so actually most of the damage you've taken is gone. And there we go, job's done. So, don't think that this is working. Yeah, because you've now built another merchant's house here. That is not updating. Enter. Alright, so you need to drop one of these guys. You can join that force, which just makes it absolutely ridiculous. And you can then start closing out some of these as well. Some of you had leveled up there, surprisingly. Weird that I can't find the units I'm looking for. Here we go, I can do this. Okay, so you've leveled up, so you could get the Deathlier Blow, though I've honestly just never used this. Gaining max health, I think, sounds more useful. And you've also leveled up. Have you build up the experience gain of our units more quickly? Attacking and sieging cities. At some point, you may wish to attack another empire city, in which case you wish to raise, pillage, or even take control of it to increase your power. To do so, you must first gather enough influence to declare war. After that, while controlling the army, you must right-click on the target city to start a siege. A siege will then last a period that depends on the army's strength, but a mandatory step to create breaches and reach your objective. You, in the meantime, can come over here and start planting trees. Does that take a time? Ah, it does. Okay. I think everything else is just progressing as expected. Yeah, so I just need to find where this is. Oh, that's there. Herd your horses. Ooh, over here. Pyrometallurgy researched. A new era. Years of revelation are unblocked, offering new technologies to research new era effects. Night Watch improvement. +1 approval per population on citizen. So this somewhat decreases the penalty of having Lost Lords working as citizens. Okay. So, what's this got? This looks to be mutually exclusive, I assume. So you can either get logistics, which means our keeps are then cheaper, and Watchman's Bell. +1 approval on citizens and artisans, -1 dust on citizens and artisans. Or auxiliary forces, commander's table, +2 approval on scribes, -1 influence on scribes, and improvements provide approval. This is just better. This is my opinion. Supreme Fealty, here we go. This allows us the Merciless Knight upgrade. Shadow Lord, Executioner, Merciless Knight, and Console Guard. I think that's probably going to be our first choice. Unlocks higher Doomwraith Hunter. +20% crit on unit. -50 turn cost for close rift action. Oh yeah, we still have the rift we need to close. Deeks. Unlocks scour landscaping action on camps. -25% influence cost for attach camp action. Aquadynamics, 25% precision for season predictability. Unlocks fish farms, which can be built on rivers. No, it's an improvement. At which point rivers provide dust during monsoons, but only during monsoons. Penitent Shrine allows us to build the Night Watch. Oh, these are actually different. Okay, we'll come back to you. 4 dust on Soul Repository and Lord's Estates. Lord's Estates become more productive. So what do we actually get just for being at this level? +1 slot available for each army. Cool. +1 city cap. Cool. More soldiers at a price, so unit price goes up again. However, they gain even more experience. And we get another hero. Is this game better than Civ 7? That's probably getting a bit too close to a review, which I'm not allowed to give. I can just show you what it has. So I'll leave that to your own decisions. But chat, if you wish to discuss amongst yourselves whether you think this is better than Civ 7, or I think a more pertinent competitor would probably be Age of Wonders. Yeah, no, all good, Lars, all good. I think that this is closer to Age of Wonders. Right, where were we? Check that. Thermal baths. Huge amount of approval. +2 industry per population on artisans, which we do have quite a few. 5 population slots, crikey, and influence. Built once per empire, so that's a wonder. Lined crates. +3 exploited resource production on a quarry. So quarries become more effective. Quarries are the luxury good producers. Mines are the strategic resource producers. City halls and ministries also get industry. Highway patrol. Trader trails. Paved roads now are 0.2 movement points to cross a tile. At which point we really need to start thinking more seriously about connecting cities with roads. Although we've been doing that already to an extent. Scientific repository, +2 science and trading posts. Talking about building roads. Although that's once per empire. Oh, and then dust cost when purchasing resources. 50 dust on a quarry. Once per empire. So is that again all quarries or just quarries in that city? And then we have a mutually exclusive here, which is between guilds and standardization. Guilds gives the Workers' League -1 approval on artisans, +2 production, and +3 industry on improvements, all improvements. Versus standardization, which is 25% industry cost on works reduction. What on earth is a work? Oh, it's the industry building. Which honestly we haven't built many of. We've been so focused on dust production instead. +2 industry, -1 dust. Dignitary goodwill, protectorate, tier 2 unit specialization for minor factions. Industry cost on forums, and you can get parade stands. -1 approval on scribes, +2 influence, or you can get the museum. +1 influence on citizens and artisans, -1 dust. However, improvements provide influence then. Well, I definitely think our first choice is going to be Supreme Fealty, because that increases the strength of our armies. Just got here. Is this a turn-based game? Yes. And that's a good point. We do now have level 2. Here we go. Advanced habitations. They do actually look different. Same with the merchants' houses. So the non-upgraded merchant house is this. The upgraded merchant house is this. Oh, and there are roads on every tile inside the cities. Okay, that's good. Including on the foundations? Yes. Although that's an anomaly. Find me foundation. There's one. Yes, it does have a road. So everything that's been foundationed or district is roaded. Which then does kind of suggest that this is a good second choice. So we'll go ahead and queue that up. That's also to show that you can in fact queue things up, because I don't think I've done that at all. I prefer making decisions as I come to them. I wonder when the next monsoon's going to be. I feel like we've been between monsoons. It's been a long time since. Oh, we're sharing cartography. That's how I get discovering all of this. Like, I have definitely not explored down here. But I'm sharing cartography with the orange guys. Looks like blue is taking off a bit. Necrophage is just not getting anywhere. These are the two necrophages. I'm sensing a slight disturbance in the balance. And I can get another 2 cities, and I really, really should do that because I'm falling behind a bit. Or rather, I'm not advancing as much. I'm letting orange catch me up, which... 15 to 35 turns away from a monsoon. Where can you see that? Oh, here. Ah! Totally missed that. Cool. And that is going to be narrowed down by taking this. Cool. Oh, there's next army. Next city or camp. Cool. Anyway, I want to build a few things. You know what? Stonehold he'll do. I should just want to build 1 or 2 of these. Very cheap. Oh, and they upgrade. Ah, now I can get the Fleetfoots. But I don't think I want to. No, we want movement points. All units in the army. Interesting. So scavengers actually increase the speed of your entire army. That's kind of good to know. Then they upgrade to a Shadow Lord, which I think, yeah, I'm researching at the moment. 2 movement tool units of the army. Interesting. Anyway, what I wanted to do with these guys being separated out, is start thinking about where I want to build camps and expand my cities. So I think I really want to just start claiming this territory so that they can't. I have a ridiculous amount of influence, so we absolutely can and should be doing this. Rothane. There's an anomaly there. So I think maybe here. You know what, let's get another one. And you can head down this way where we've got tons of unclaimed territory. Is that an anomaly? No, it's a luxury. That, however, is not as point of interest. So is that. So you just go ahead and build a camp right there. Okay, this should allow us to start actually expanding our borders a bit more. You are planting trees, slowly but surely. Although, actually my armies can now have 6 people in them. So, do I want to add a movement speed person to each of these armies? I think I probably do. Because one problem that I've really been having is how fast these troops have been moving. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and unit, add another of those. Purchase. That's fine. And then where's the other army? What's the closest city to you? This one, probably. You're going to have to run through some pretty dangerous territory to get to them, though. Oh well, you'll have an adventure. God, I love being rich. I need to just immediately do this. It's being worse. This way. Okay, and you are planting more trees. Hero recruitment. So we can get Baron Jocelyn Deval, Niraze, Gneist, or Rogue 2. The one unit I don't have is an archer. So I'm thinking probably Gneist. Plus 30% dust income per ongoing war. I mean, that's only if you become a councillor, which you won't. Unless we go to war, in which case maybe. Rain God. Big buffs if you're in a monsoon, although at this stage these aren't that big. Let's go with you. Oh, and you can get mercenaries instead of heroes. What's these? Interesting. Yeah, they have a pretty hefty upkeep if you wanted to have more hero type characters. And you can see here the classes we have. Interesting. Alright, so the hero we just hired is here. Skill tree. When using this active skill on friendly unit, restore health. Extra for determination and resilience. Guiding light. Adds damage to non-hero ranged units of the army. We don't tend to use those. Curiosity restores movement. After winning a battle, gain dust per eliminated unit, increased by intuition and might. When unlocked, reduces the upkeep of non-hero minor faction units by 2 dust. When gaining experience, health. Recovery shot is actually a ranged heal. That's better than what the casters do. That's an AoE. So is that. I think I like you having the heal. I like you having the extra hit points. Which then leads us to the next tier. So that's an even bigger heal and a longer range. That's the AoE. When starting a battle, apply hastened 1 to all friendly units. So they all move faster. That's quite potent if it lasts more than just the start. Scammer minimizes upkeep cost of all units in the army to 0. Would that work with mercenaries? Because as we just established, mercenaries cost 45 per turn. But if you have this, it would reduce... Nah, units must be anything that's not a hero. It's got to be. Regen. Add 4 damage to non-hero minor faction. Movement. Extra damage output, which is what you want. Okay. Equipment. You should have a broad selection. Heaven's Rain. Ranged 4, anti-infantry scoped. +1 might, 55. 55, 55, 55. So they all do the same amount of damage. Anti-infantry scoped shot. What does scoped shot do again? Ignores defensive targeted units. Oh, it's active. You do 30% more damage to infantry. Range of 4. This is a range of 5. 35% more crit chance. And your active skill ignores defense and deals a bunch of extra damage. I think First Blood is going to be your weapon. Then armor-wise, it's got to be this one because it gives you the massive boost to health. You sunk through the floor. You're crouching. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. Resilience and might. Now, how do you do damage again? Might. And resilience gives you the hit points. Trembling Quiver, Master of Arrows. 20% damage to ranged units of the army. I'll give you that. And maybe we'll create an army for you that actually has a couple more ranged units. Maybe. Maybe. And Dustfire is the heal, which you're going to take. Alright, so you kind of need to be in a city that has some more choices. Let's do one of them, two of them, that's 4, 35, with you being number 6. All right. You're heading over there. You are still planting trees, and I like how the trees start small and then grow up like the turn after. Nice little touch. What I can do is press that button, which means that everyone takes their turns. Then anyone who's left who hasn't taken a turn, I can then actually move, like you. You're threatened by those guys. They are hostile to you, so that is a legitimate threat. Let's move you down this way. There's actually a thing to explore there. You have come over here with the intention of building a camp. Territory cannot be settled as it contains an uncleared fortress. Oh, interesting. I did not know that was a thing. Let's go over here. Well, that's going to be a nice task for the new army to do, handle. Could even send them up there. Keep going. I think that line's wrong somehow. Just trying to zoom to you. I think that there was a fortress over here, but I think that's been cleared. Is what I'm vaguely understanding. There's one. There's another one. We'll go clear those in. So you're here to build a settlement. And yes, I would agree that either of those would be better. Let's put it here. You're here to build a settlement as well. I would agree that that's a good spot. Put it here. Although having something between these two doesn't really necessarily make sense. No, you go ahead and put that there, that's fine. This is you waiting for troops. This is my planters of trees. Eastwatch is out of things to build. Well, how about you get the 3,640 extra construction? Yeah, getting past them is going to be difficult. I think I might just need to go and raise them down, to be quite honest.
A great civilization shaped these lands, lords. Keep your wits about you, for riches and dangers.
Okay. Oh, there's a rift there. I still need to do something about the rift that we have here. Oh, you built it. Yes, you did. Right, let's move you over in this direction. Two rifts. Dangerous location. I see you paused because the necromancers may attack you. I'm okay with that. We are getting awfully close to my territory. Hostile? Sure you are. No, you're these guys. We should probably do that. And then Console's Landing, this is the Far Eastern settlement. Let's get that building. Ooh, we should definitely claim these. There's a lot of resources down here. Tons of them. Supreme fealty has been researched. Good. So now we're working on the roads, which is great. However, it's been my territory to get the promotions. Well, it just so happens that you're right next to my territory. So yes, I would love for you to become a merciless knight. You lose defense expert and gain defense expert 2, and also extra armor, and also a bunch of extra hit points. And then the Shadow Lord, extra health, extra hit points, extra armor, extra hit points, and then most importantly the +2 movement, so +1. Sentries. Right by him. We found the site, and everything I suspected was true. The old masters fashioned us, we were simply their tools. And now you're free. My people will be angry, but they'll know the truth. Before I leave, though, I must complete my work here. I owe that to you. I pray you are successful in the endeavour. I am hopeful. The factory threw up some most intriguing details that may well shed some light on the Lord's own plight. For several days, nobody sees Archimedes. Hibana doesn't fret, suspecting the aspect is consumed by learning more of Cider's deep past and the Old One's star-spanning civilization. When he does return, its agitation is undeniable. Again, another adjudicator. No, this. Oh, slim. I'm glad I caught you, Consul Meta Tibiana. What's on your mind, Councillor? Dawnbreak is looking a little shabby these days. Dirty, overcrowded, threadbare clothes on citizenry. I had an idea for rehabilitating its fading glory. Putting it to torch? No. By erecting statues of important figures from the last Lord's glorious past. War heroes, great thinkers, poets, if we must. Maybe dedicated council members. I see. So we gain 5 damage for 10 turns. We get a bunch of titanium for new units. Gain experience. Clearly, this statue should be for me. And tell me, who is the greatest of the last lords to have ever lived? Well, that would be you, of course. And by some margin, I'd imagine. So a series of statues, each depicting myself in a heroic stance, is in order. Now, I must practice my poses. Classic. Alright, you have done the tree things. Let's go over here and do some more tree things. You are still waiting for your units to appear. How expensive are they? It's just so actually kind of pricey. Right, because the unit cost has gone up because we went up in tech era. Well, the Dust Lord can be promoted at least. So the options are the Bloodmaster and the Dreadlord. The Bloodmaster, Fearless Charge. When moving 3 tiles in a battle round, adds damage to the next attack during the battle round. So that's very similar to the charges in Age of Wonders. It means you have no crit chance anymore. Your armor goes up and your health goes up. Or you can become a Dreadlord, where your armor goes up significantly. You do get a little bit less health, However, you gain Leeching Strike and Terror 2. I think I prefer this one, Dreadlord. That Leeching Strike is really solid. 70% of the damage dealt. And you're no slouch when it comes to hitting stuff. Oh, that's for the Dread Drook. But still. Leech Lord 1. And we know that levels up to Leech Lord 2, so that's even better. Okay. So yeah, these can actually, as long as they get to Dreadlord, replace the infantry. The stalwarts. Meanwhile, you are an observer who is a scout. I think what I'll probably... Well, actually, what you could do is run around and build buildings. You move 4. Build camps, rather. Which we definitely want to do for Deeg. Probably right here. You're going to stay put there. You've leveled up. Ah! Shadow Lord, which gives the +2 movement. Extra health, extra armor. Do that. Let's try it again to sneak past. You see, it's the river that's in the way. Aw. Yeah, we're going to need to dispatch an army to go and civilize, placate, pacify, that's the word, pacify these guys. So is this just humankind with fantasy overtone? I mean, Endless Legend... Start that again. Humankind was basically historical Endless Legend. This is now fantasy humankind, kind of. Yes, that's where you would. Bastards. Alright, so you built that camp. Do I want to build a camp here? I think I do, just to claim it. Because influence is not something I am short of. Cheap enough. There we are. We have a full army now, so we just need to upgrade you guys. So the Venerable Palanquin gains Steady Blow, which is a higher crit chance. Whereas the Leeching Palanquin has collateral damage, which is an AoE. And you... Is this the guy that has the crit chance buff? No, you have the cost reduction. Crit chance is the caster. You do heal, however. Well, what you need most is just front fingers. No. Alright, so this army is now ready to have a go. In one of these. 1,600 combat strength against 1,000. Let's see how they do. These are the Juggernauts. Juggernauts. Do you have a bonus against cavalry by any chance? Stay put. Thank you. Nope, damage against infantry. Stay put. Thank you. Can fly, does damage to infantry. Juggernaut ranged. Adds damage against infantry and flying. Those are infantry, those are infantry. We could just seize this and just get a camp here. Let's do that. Alright, so how do we want to deploy? Something like this, I think. Now your AoE. You are AoE. Holy shit! Yeah, shoot that. You have an AoE as well, don't you? No, you have the heal. So what's the most dangerous unit here? The Tyrant of the Fortress, that would be you. What if we did a scoped shot against him? 60 versus non-scoped is 54 to 67, with a 65% chance of critting. See, these active abilities are just not good. They really need to take base damage into account, because right now they don't. Turn to see if he can actually get down there. That is actually a sheer clip. Here, you're going to get hit pretty hard, but that's okay. You're going to be hit by these two. You terrorize them, which means they do less damage then. And I'm okay with that. And then next turn you can fly over there and you can fill in that gap. Ah. They can literally only attack these two positions, I think. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to move the flying. So you know that massive amount of damage you did earlier? I want that again, please. Can I attack ground? I'd really like to attack ground right there. Oops. It doesn't hit friendlies, thankfully. Okay, there is suddenly a reason to build leeching palanquins. This has been very smooth. Right, I need to remember that these don't have leech. Do is move into here. Shoot down at them. Shields everyone around you. Job's done. So we got another plate of iridescence, which is good because they're quite nice. Build the old ones. Old one orb. And the heavy mace plus a bunch of cash. Deed achieved. Before any other empire, you reach the objective of a deed. Be the first to clear 6 fortresses. Gain plus 10 damage on units. Okay. And yeah, we are slowly but surely taking over everything, and score is now accelerating So let me think about this for a second. You can claim an additional territory, which if it is not Ralthin, you are then stuck. So I think you should probably claim Ralthin. So if you attach to a city, Dawnbreak, be the first to claim 15 territories, gain +5 industry on works districts. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't build them very often, but if I did, wow. And then you should probably claim Morena and Blaya. Yes, yes, you should. And you should think about what to do over here. You definitely want to build that. And then that's an anomaly. So you really want to build science and science. You're going to be here building stuff for absolutely years, however. Go ahead and do that, make all the buyouts cheaper. Now, does it show why the cost is the cost? I should really have waited, checked the cost on one of the other buildings, like here, to see if that was reduced or not, because I don't know now. Stonehold is not building anything. Are there any improvements you want? My guess is probably. Geodesic Dome would give you a bunch of extra science. Extra resources on mines. You have 5 mines. Spire of Industry would give you +53 industry, however. That's probably more in line with what you actually want. Who's this? Oh, these are Necrophage. That's a lot of Necrophage units. Let's see if they're stupid enough to attack me. Meanwhile, this boss army... actually, one thing you could do for me is build a camp down here. Going through a period of explosive growth now. What deeds can you get? That's a good question, I haven't really checked. Where did you say you could check that? Oh, here we go. This is them. Be the first to eliminate at least 30 units. City with 20 foundations. 30 strategic resource. 20 population. $25 districts. Defeat 5 Doom Wraiths. Generate at least 1 of the 6 strategic resources. Have 100 population in the Empire. So there was one that I could definitely do, which was the population. I just need 3 more population in a big city, which I'm going to assume is you. What I wanted to do was get black hounds. So I need just 1 more black hammer here, which I can do in 2 turns. And then this is a 20. Okay, you are planting trees. Keep doing that. You came here and cleared out that province, which was great. I'm rapidly running out of fortresses to clear. We need another round of fortresses. Oh, I don't think fortresses actually show on that level, unfortunately. That's something that would be really nice. Like, things that you need to be looking at the world map to try to find, like fortresses, is something that should be on there. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go and pacify these guys. Oh, I like that idea. Let's go pacify. You are just trying to run through here. Oh, except you can't because it's down the river. So it really is easiest to try to run along here. So let's do that. These guys are really blocking me. This is the big army. I mean, I could send you to go and pacify some things too, honestly. Consul's Landing. This is the easternmost city, has nothing to build. Lumberyard would be a good investment for you. And you apparently have a resource that is not being exploited, is it you? Nope. Resource is it then? Three of you are. Lazulin. You have mines. What are you complaining about? Also, you should have built the trade post, right? Yeah, you have. So why are your roads not connecting? You're just too far away? That's possible. Probably even. Well, you have something you're working on, so that's fine. What? What's that? Too quickly. No idea. So someone said, you think I wouldn't notice. And then that was it, apparently. Oh, it's probably about me claiming some land that they really wanted. Right. You can claim one of these territories. Is that an anomaly? That is. I think that this tile right here would make an excellent one. Stop there instead. Then you want to capture the ground that's in between. Seems like a good spot to me. 2 anomalies. Stick a merchant place. Was merchant? No, research lab right there. You would get a whole ton. And who dis? This is you. We'll head over this way, I think. You seem to be charging up a little. So you know what, actually? You guys should come down here and close this rift. That's probably a better use of your capabilities, actually. Meanwhile... Oh, it's because you just turned this into a city and I was passing through. That's what you thought. I wouldn't notice. Let's get rid of that. Trying to build burrows there too. Cool. This is my tree planter. And you are capturing ground up here. Those anomalies. We've got one here. Wait, 3 anomalies? That's going to be the most productive lab ever built. And this is the turn where I can get that 20th population. Highway patrol reached. Researched even. Good. So, I would like to get another black hammer, please. Thank you. Deed achieved. Before there any other empire, be the first to have a city with 20 population. Each population now builds 20. Each population now produces 2 industry, regardless of where they are working, which is pretty crazy strong. Because that's just immediately 40 production. Like that. Or is that in every city? Yes. Maybe? Yes. Yes, it is. Interesting. Those deeds are so overpowered. I'm not sure that I like those. Because once you start snowballing, it just helps you snowball even more. And we are snowballing hard at the moment. The music's pretty neat. Yeah, I do like the music of this. Anyway, Deeg, you really want to claim this region. This watch. Because you can then build a mine, and build a science, and you know what, go ahead and play that. So I'd very much like to district here. +4 dust for every adjacent resource deposit. We're getting +8. Oh, because it's regularly 4 dust, right. Yeah, you get +12 sitting there. I think this spot, though, can afford to be something else, like maybe the soul repository, which we will purchase. Oh, maybe right next time we'll purchase it. Shared research.
Take it.
With a necrophage? No, I don't think so.
Ah.
Necrophage being diplomatic? That must have taken some doing. Meanwhile, you're ready to promote to a Shadow Lord. Please do. And you can go ahead and claim down here. Somewhere. Honestly, right on the staircase. Lock it down. The merciless knight, who is just running around building forests, or planting forests, growing forests. Whatever it is that one does with a forest. Also want to level up. The extra movement speed, which in your particular profession is quite useful. Let's have you, I guess, move down this way. Meanwhile, we are really backfilling all the lands that we had not claimed here just yet. And you can actually attach 2 extra provinces. I do think that you want to attach to Stonehold. And then maybe Lyresian. Lyresian doesn't have a huge amount going for it. It's kind of empty. Oh no, it does have 2 anomalies right here. Which would be good for science. Although, speaking of anomalies, I want to build a science district right here. +2. Oh, these are luxury resource deposits. Never mind. We should be building those and then building a trading hub. Yes. Which also will extend the road network. Which is useful. What are the victory conditions? I saw them previously. Story so far, no. Awakening, here we go. So it is to reach 80 population. We're currently at 30 something. Build 15 monuments, we haven't built any. Reach 6 technologies, the final act, we haven't done any of those. Or 20 strategic resources of the 6 different types. We have 2. Have 7 empires, like me at least 80 relations, which is unlikely to happen. Or, and honestly these are the 2 that I'm absolutely leading the charge, have 25 territories and keep them for 5 turns. I'm currently at 18. And clear 20 fortresses, we're at 6. I'm going to change victory path. The Awakening God. We doubt that veneration is the right course. Your faith is being tested. Please, you must stay devoted. We're going to master it. At last, you discard your foolish impulses. Something so powerful, it must be tamed. Yes, absolutely, before it is too late. We have no idea of the fury this god might feel upon waking. Submission is our best chance of placating it. Wait, that's what you said to the other person previously, which was just a lie. Right, one more turn and then Deeper Studies is done, and this just isn't happening. We've built those merchant houses. Anyway, we got the road thing built. How many different years are there? Okay, we're just 2 away. So, next up. Ah, these are the advisor recommendations. Makes sense. I think money making is probably the one that we want. Whoops, I didn't actually need to click on you. I was trying to see what you did. So this provides Night Watch, which is population approval. And then free money in the Soul Repository and Lord's Estate. We haven't built many Soul Repositories, which maybe we should, because they are a way of getting basically free population. What do the Soul Repositories themselves actually do? Oops, Deeper Studies. When it does return to Dawnbreak, though, its agitation is undeniable. You seem distracted, Archimedes. Something wrong? Nothing, Consul. Archimedes, I've learned things, troubling things. What the Old Ones made your predecessors do is not our responsibility, I know. Then what? You know, discovering the truth, knowing my people once helped subjugate this world, isn't a pleasant revelation, but I accepted it. After all, we were the servants, not the masters. My determination to help you overcome your curse was renewed. I pored over every part of your constitution, the suits, the life force, the reliance on dust. And I learned something unthinkable. What? I shouldn't hold it against you. Like us, you do not own those sins, but it is there and I cannot unthink it. What? You, the Lords, you are descendants of the Old Ones. Dun dun dun! When it does return to Dawnbreak, though... Oh, I've seen that already. My compliments for your discovery, but your cure comes with a mighty catch, does it not? Living a normal lifespan, keeping in balance with other Saidens, these things should be welcomed. And how long does a half-coral, half-machine creature live? We measure things differently. Quite! Maybe you recognize that we sacrifice with this cure, though. A severance of the line of the Old Ones. That should fill you with pride, with joy, Consul. They were monsters. You needn't be. We might be the very last of their number. Is it not our duty to keep their flame alive? They were magnificent, as well as monsters, after all. When we met, more than anything, you wanted me to help you be rid of your rapacious nature. The shame, the guilt, it was consuming you. This is your only chance. Leave me. I must think on this alone. There is only one choice, Consul. Extinguish the flame. Knowing what I know now, do I reclaim our nature? Or reject it forever? God forgive me. So if I reclaim it, I gain Archimedes' scroll, which will allow me to attach another territory on cities, and +1 influence on primordial Last Lord populations. Or you can reject this. And Archimedes becomes a notable. So, do we want to reclaim our place as one of the whatever they're called, ancient ones, old ones? Or do we want to reject that and try to rid ourselves of the fact that we need to consume to survive? Although that doesn't seem to be at all represented in the way that we play. That's something I kind of feel like, if that's supposed to be such a big part of this race, I feel like it should be a bigger part of this race. Although how exactly you do that, I don't know. Maybe allow you to... It really does that. One other race can be sacrificed in order to get half of your own. Maybe it needs to be the other way around. You sacrifice one of the other race and then get 2 of your own back. That might be more tempting if you're trying to grow a population, especially considering they're now costing me like 1,500 dust each. So, what do you think? What should we do? Should we reclaim our past or reject it? Will I be submitting any kind of review or impression to the devs? I might do. I haven't decided yet. Becoming mortal would avoid the issue of too much of a snowball. True. What is the price of immortality? Because that's kind of what we are at the moment, the fact that we can just be endlessly resurrected. Oh my gosh, I am shocked. Apparently the fascist march in Britain yesterday resulted in violence and the police being injured. I am absolutely shocked that that happened. Wow. Wow. Fascists fighting the police and injuring them. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Who could have known? Exactly. Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone from the BBC. I subscribed to their breaking news articles, and that was just the latest one to pop up. Shocked Pikachu face. It's almost like we've never seen this happen in history ever before. I know, crazy. She's being violent. Mad. I'm not going to dwell on those politics, though. My sanity is worth more. So, the choice between reject and reclaim has been pretty resoundingly in favour of reclaim. So that's what we're going to do. An Archimedes must. So, 900 combat strength. That it. Oh, you have another army next to you. Alright, fair enough. That's the smaller army. Where's my big army? That one. Yeah, you're going to be a bit further away. I mean, combined, you do have about 200 combat strength, 2,000 combat strength. Having seen the amount of damage that you do, however, with the Leeching Palanquin, you have horrors in your army and you're trying to tell me you're not the bad guy? And a Doom Wraith. Definitely not the bad guy. Take you 2 turns to get there? Wait, they can't join? Oh. I should get them in the battle and I fight them one at a time. Really? They don't join each other in the battle. Okay. If you say so. And it's going to be a big fight here. Unfortunately, it's a lot of forest. You go there. You go there. If you stay at top, you could actually come over here. Ow! Right. Go ahead and shoot this. Come over here. I think probably shoot them. Would kill this and heal you. Which I am in favour of. You can fly over to this and start poking away at their general. Which terrorises them. You can take to the high ground and start stabbing. Which you can follow up with. Kill that. Which then allows these guys to march through and support you in this fight. Then next turn what I'll probably do is jump in behind and then move these guys up to that. You can still shoot their general. Okay, good turn, good turn. Just did more damage to your own unit than you did to mine. Ah. Choices were made. Oops. Shoot that. You go ahead and shoot them. slowed me down, bastards. Right, let's still get back. That's the important thing. You get to there, and you can shoot right over the battlefield and snipe them. The Doomwraith threat is no more. On character. The Doomwraith threat is no more. And the aspect? In our charge, awaiting your judgment. Already we've recovered notes on the person that strengthened us. Excellent! I'll let Archimedes stew while I ponder their fate. Inspired by the revolution that they are the true heirs of the Old Ones, Tychibana has embraced the Lord's dark nature. Livid at the betrayal, Archimedes led a Doomwraith host against the Lords. With the beast vanquished on the battlefield, the aspect now languishes in a dank cell in the capital, awaiting its fate. Archimedes! What do you want, Life Drainer? I want you to know your place. The Old Ones were your masters. You were their servants. And now your masters return. You are no masters. You are the shadow of what they were. Deceived afterbirth, festering on the cracked earth of a dying world. Silence! They settled the stars. They delved into the mysteries of the cosmos. They made my ancestors, you, the so-called lords. You are just feeders with a pantomime of knightly graces. You are wrong. We are the lords of the Amber Plains and heirs of giants. Word, Consul. What is it, Leofric? News of Archimedes' incarceration seems to have reached their brethren. And the aspects exiled this agitator. They don't care for this crazed outcast. The tides have changed. Archimedes' stock has risen amongst their own kind. An aspect host heads to Dawnbreak, demanding their release. Trouble, Consul. Nothing the Lords can't handle. Destroy the army. Gain Feeding Frenzy. Feeding Frenzy will be applied on all units when a city is undergoing a sacrifice. Which doesn't do anything. Awesome! Alright, where's this army? Over there. Don't I have an army near here? Yeah, this one. And the archer has in fact leveled up. Guiding Light, when in battle, adds 5 damage to non-hero ranged units in the army, plus 1 damage per intuition. Interesting. I think I'll have that one. Which will make my palanquin even more powerful. Meanwhile, you are claiming lands. Getting awfully close to the point where I'm not going to be able to benefit from this quite so much. Because of the number of hostiles nearby. Okay, that rift, which I think you're trying to close. Yeah, you are. Close the rift. I think they're already doing it, so I can't. Yeah, they are. That's how you do it. Oh, you can teleport between rifts during the monsoon. Closing the last tile of a rift grants a great amount of dust, which they're about to steal. Well, I was trying. So I guess you probably just want to head to my capital in case that big host comes and actually attacks me. Can you make it all the way? Oh man, you can make it all the way. One turn. Thank you, Rhodes. Keeper. How do? How goes Endless Legending? I confess I know nothing about this game, never played the original. Fantasy Humankind is the best way to look at this. Okay, so that rift is now shut. No, that's not a rift. This was a claim that you were staking. You are staking the claim right there. Yoink. And I don't know that I can necessarily claim a territory where there are hostile people. I don't know. Maybe? You are claiming this area. That does seem to be a better place to put a city centre. So let's move down there. You've just claimed this region. This one has a grand total of 2 tiles. So I think I'm going to wait a little on that. And then, yeah, there are just a whole bunch of very angry people over here, which I need to deal with somehow. Do I have another Earth Scouts over here? I did someone. That was it? 500 combat strength of enemies? I was even weaker than Archimedes' army. Alright. We are victorious, Consul. Archimedes languishes in the cell, knowing the brethren gave us great nourishment. Nothing stands in our way. And what, Leofric? For a time I wavered, but I am glad we chose this path. We did what it takes to survive, I can understand that. I'm happy to hear that. We are the Lords of the Amber Plains. We do what we must. Honour be damned. Now I must take my leave. We do what we must. I understand that more than you'll ever realise, Consul. Well, I guess that's the end of the Last Lord's narrative. Probably. Unless there's a way of, like, actually reclaiming the old one's power. I don't know. But again, like, the very fact that I've never once actually pressed this button, it's just not good enough. Especially as there's no way of moving populations around. If there was, then maybe it would be more effective. Because then you could basically have a city like this one, where I have all these clickable buttons, where I can just keep on stealing their population. And then I can get a lot of them. At a risk of uprisings, but then you just put the uprisings down. So I guess you could play like a slavers game. But I'd rather just have their population or not deal with the uprisings. Especially as early on, getting extra population cap is kind of difficult. At the moment, it's definitely not a problem, but previously it was. I just don't feel like we've really been playing much of an evil nation. At all. Okay, this is another army. You are on your way over there. Just keep sneaking through. You have claimed that tile. May as well head over here. Anyway, there are a bunch of tiles here that I should be claiming, seeing as we can get up to 5 provinces now in our cities. You're at 4 of the 5. I'm just a little unsure of whether we should go for Beal or Blaya. Neither of them have anything particularly special. I think probably Beal, so that Blaya can go to Eastwatch. Or, what's it called? Stonehold, rather. And we also have 2 city slots still available, which we probably want to use over here, seeing as they've just not been building cities at all. But for that, we are going to need to contend with the aggressive people over there. I'm still building growing forests. Really building some things. 5 to 25 turns until the next monsoon. I do kind of wish that the monsoons were more frequent. I think it shouldn't be monsoon tidefall. Monsoon tidefall should be monsoon pleasant, monsoon pleasant. Like different weather effects in between the tidefalls. And maybe not just monsoons. Have like monsoon, drought, blizzard. I don't know. Different things having different effects. So the monsoons can actually raise the tides again, for example. That was one of the things I was kind of hoping would happen, is the land was constantly shifting up and down rather than just down, 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 down. Anyway, I think I'm done for the day. I'm getting kind of tired, and I'm also getting kind of hungry. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this and you want to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. If you're on the uptops, then be sure to subscribe, and yeah, that would be awesome. Let's go ahead and doop-a-doop-a-doo. Put the end thing there. If you're on the YouTube, you can find all the things I was just talking about in the description below. We do have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch. And it's always a pleasure to see some new faces. So come join us, say hello. I should be streaming again next weekend. I'm just going to double check my calendar. That's what I started to do, then I got distracted. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, should be. Yeah, should be. So stay tuned. I'll announce things on Discord as to what exactly we shall do. I don't know just yet. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. I think that's going to be it. So yeah, thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time. Until then.